I haven't always been the best at getting before and afters, so I remembered this time. When we're starting off, we want to connect this field to the rest of the land because it's kind of cut off and all by itself. And as you can see, if I don't do something, it's going to be wood soon enough, but I can't hardly get to it because that's the gate. That's the trail coming in. And as you can see, a little overgrown. So like everything else around here, we're starting almost from scratch. Now there's a little farm infrastructure. Most of the fences are like the one you see here, not worth much. And most of the gateways are like you see here, totally overgrown. So this gate comes in here. You can see the gate sitting right there. And the fence post the gate was on, I think, is gone, or maybe it was on that one. It's hard to tell. These old cedar posts. Anyway, got trees growing up in here. You can see where there used to be a trail through here. And there's not much of one anymore. And this is what I plan on clearing. There's a trail to get through here, out the other end, where I can take the main chainsaw and take out a few trees and be able to get the tractor in here and get animals in here. And as you can see, it is very overgrown. Very overgrown. This area here is the only one that even resembles still being a trail. And I'm using the word resembles lightly. So let's see what we can do with the trusty tools. Now I got this here on Amazon for about $200 and something. It had 3 attachments, 4 actually. Regular weed whacker, which is useless in this situation. What they called a weed chopper, which is the little wheel with 3 spikes in it. I haven't tried it yet. It might work for this, but I'm afraid that it's just going to get tangled up in all these vines. But that, man, them hedge trimmers, they work great getting through all these vines and small limbs and stuff. And then if I get to the bigger stuff, I brought the pole saw, which is kind of a disappointment on this thing. It's popped off the chain. The chain's popped off there twice, which is common with pole saws, but in the process, it has almost completely destroyed the plastic. You can see it just tore it out, top and bottom. So there's not a whole lot left to protect me from getting hit by a flying chain if it comes off. Except for the law of averages that 99% of the time it's going to go the other direction. So, I wish I could show you me doing the work, which would take a long time, but I could speed it up. But in the meantime, just get used to what it looks like now, and we'll see what it looks like later. Okay, all I did was the trimming. I haven't picked up the scraps yet. But you can see I did a pretty thorough job. You can easily see how much clearer it is. My wife thinks I trimmed too much, but I think I'm probably going to be the guy trimming it next time, so I want that to be as far away as possible. But then my trimming went on up around that corner, but it's not as much up there. This is where it was really the thickest, right through here. You can see, back up just a little bit, how nice and clear I got it. All the way around. There's our gate. Still need to pull the gate out of there. All that stuff is loose. All of it. Chopped all the way down to the ground. But I got a little bit ambitious and I started doing this. All the way up there. And I went around, trimmed all the way around this whole field. And that side over there didn't need a whole lot. That tree was already there. I trimmed over there, and as you get over here, you're back into where it needs a whole lot. I got this entire field trimmed up. Once we pull them branches out of there, maybe do a little extra trimming on the stickers, we'll be ready to put electric up in this field. So I got really ambitious. And I have to say, Kudos to that little Stark 32cc81064 I got on Amazon. I'll try to find a link and put it in the description. It did it all. Only 2 complaints I've got about this thing. A, that little red plastic thing on the saw, as you can see, gets chewed up pretty bad. The bottom piece is chewed even worse than that. But my biggest complaint is that right there. You can see where the on-off switch is, right here. And pushing it that way is off. How many times you're going to bump that and shut this thing off? And you got to restart it. Thankfully, it restarts on 1 pull. So, that's what I got done here today at Spring Holler Farms. As you can see, we're getting things ready. Can't put animals in here until I have fence up. Most of this is fenced. The fence is old, needs repair in a few places. The posts, half of them are not so good. But I'm not too worried about the fence. I'm mainly going to run electric. And I'm going to use live poles for most of that. Because these cedars, I just trim them up, put an insulator on them, ta-da, electric fence. And then they just keep on growing. You don't have to worry about the posts rotting. So, thank you once again for watching. Please tell your friends, tune in next time here on Spring Holler Farms.